what's up guys? Welcome to the video. Today is Thursday, April 21st, 2011, and as requested based on yesterday's video about the Apple accessories for pretty much any Mac on the Mac page of the website, and then under accessories we're going to take a look at the other accessories that are not made by Apple, all of them, under the Store tab on Apple's site. So we're going to go over some of the things they have here. A lot of them I talked about yesterday, and I'm going to save some of them for a software video. Right now we're just going to be talking about hardware, starting with audio and speakers. A lot of the speakers they have here I've heard in the stores, and very few of them are what I would call high-quality speakers. And that sounds mean, but it's true. Some that I have owned for a long time and absolutely love, the Bose Companion 2 Series 2. They're $100. Dirt cheap for Bose products. And next to the Quiet Companion or the Companion 3s, there's not that big of a difference until you look at the price. I think it's about a $200 difference. These are very powerful speakers with great bass, great inputs, and great all-around sound. I've had them for a long time, and if they died today, I'd go out and buy another pair of the same things. $100, definitely worth it. Also, the Bowers & Wilkins Zeppelin Air. It's $600, but it's a very high-quality iPhone, iPod speaker. I probably personally would end up with the Bose one. I usually stand by Bose products. I love the bass-driven sound, but Bowers & Wilkins is definitely a high-class brand with excellent sound quality. Another Bowers & Wilkins product here, the MM-1. I've heard these. They sound incredible as well, but they seem to be much more expensive than the Bose products, and I don't know if I can always justify that. As I was talking about a minute ago, the Bose Companion 3 Series 2 speakers are here. They're about $250. Very expensive, but you do get a subwoofer, I believe it's touch controlled, and then you have a dial to control them with. I would consider purchasing them. I would really have to get in a quiet room and see if I can justify the $150 they cost over the Companion 2s. In the store, you know, with the store noise, I can't, but maybe in a quiet room I could. Bose Computer Music Monitor System speakers here. They have gray and black. They're each $300. I don't think these are a whole lot different than mine. I really don't. So it depends on you. Then there's the Companion 5s here, $400. The Companion 2s sound great, and I'm not saying that because I have them. If the other ones sounded better, I'd probably end up buying them. Other than those, I have not used a lot of these speakers. I don't want to say things that I have not used. I don't like to review products that I have only heard in the store or that I don't have good experience with. But definitely some good speakers. You can't go wrong with the Bose Companion 2 Series 2 speakers for about $100. Definitely not too bad at all. Let's take a look at some of the displays and graphics here. One of the accessories that you may not know you need with a Mac, depending on the Mac you have, of course, but most Macs do not come with, and I'm referring to the laptops here, do not come with VGA, DVI, or HDMI out. Instead, they have something called Mini DisplayPort. That essentially is all of those put into one. So based on the adapter you use and plug in, you can use any of them from one port. The adapters are about $29. You can get Mini Display to DVI or VGA. You can also get third-party hardware and moving on over to, I believe, S-Video and HDMI. So whatever you think you want. HDMI is obviously the best. Moving down from there, you have DVI and then VGA, and S-Video is very low quality. Definitely don't recommend it. I have the DVI and the VGA adapter. Both work very well. Don't know if it's worth $29, but you don't have much of a choice, and it definitely does what it's supposed to do. Then there's the Mini DisplayPort to Dual Link DVI. This can do some other stuff, again, based on what type of user you are and what your current hardware setup. You may want to look at that. Problem is it's $100. I haven't used a whole lot of the other products here. I don't think they're essential. You can get refurbished cinema displays. There's the old style, $1,300. You can get better monitors than that for $1,300. It just seems a little ridiculous to me. Taking a look at some memory here. I know a lot of people want to upgrade their computer's RAM. And I'm going to be honest and tell you that Apple.com is not the best place to do that. You're pretty much going to get ripped off, for lack of better terms, when buying RAM from Apple. I would suggest Otherworld Computing. I've done a review on their site and the products they offer, and I have RAM from them, and it's awesome. Great prices. It's really high-quality stuff, just like Crucial. Crucial or OWC. Definitely recommend that for memory upgrades. Speaking of memory upgrades, it is definitely worth keeping each DIMM in your computer. By DIMM, I mean bay. By bay, I mean place where you can put memory. If you have a MacBook of some sort, MacBook Air, Pro, whatever you've got, there's 2 RAM DIMMs in it. That means there's 2 bays. You want to keep each of those the exact same in terms of megahertz, preferably manufacturer of the RAM, and most definitely size. If you put a 1 gig and a 2 gig in to achieve 3 gigabytes, you're not going to get something called dual channel, which really slows your machine down. If you want 3 gigabytes of memory, well, screw it. Go overkill. Get 2 gigs. It'll be a lot faster than a 1 and a 2. Just throwing that out there. Printers, I'm not even going to talk about that. Apple put some pretty crappy printers here. If you're looking for printers, I'd go over to Best Buy and see what they've got there. We'll take a look at one more thing. We're going to look at storage. There are so many different kinds of hard drives, and there's no way anybody on YouTube can sit down and use them all. I mean, Apple's got a crap load of different storage options here. Personally, I prefer the Western Digital, Seagate. Anything that you've heard of that much is probably a good bet. Now you look at some of these, LaCie, L-A-C-I-E, I've never heard of it. I would, in my opinion, I would just avoid that. Apple's version of a hard drive is the Time Capsule. I talked about that in yesterday's video, and I honestly have not heard that they're very reliable, so I would try to look for something else. Pretty much, go into the store, see what they have. They're obviously not going to have every single one of these options sitting on the shelf in the store, but I would recommend going in and seeing what they have, and maybe talk to somebody if you're not real familiar with this stuff. And see what you can get. They're pretty much all SATA drives now. USB 2 is on its way out. USB 3 is on its way in. So I would look for something with USB 3, FireWire 800 if you're on a Mac. Since I believe 2008, they put the FireWire 800s on there. Could be 9. Just check. See if your Mac has a FireWire 800. If you don't know, pull out the book on your computer. It'll say in the first few pages. That's going to be really, really fast. And most all of them have USB 2, so you should be pretty safe with that. Again, I recommend Western Digital, Seagate. I have an HP. It is actually held up better than I expected. It takes about 30 seconds from the time you plug it in to actually open in Finder, because it thinks it's a CD, and even if you format it, it still thinks it's a CD. It's ridiculous. I wouldn't recommend HP, but it has held up for about 2 years, so maybe there's something there. Anyways, that's today's video, guys. As I've been talking about all week, I'm not going to be making videos on Friday unless something big happens, and right now I don't anticipate that, and we won't know till tomorrow. So be sure to check out our website. It's techinform.us. We've been covering that iPhone 5 maybe that was found. I think I covered that earlier this week. Tons of information there. My personal Twitter is twitter.com/JamesRSchultz for tons of exciting new news. Not so much. And then Tuesday nights, we host our live web show on ustream.tv/user/techinformus, and that is from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I guess. So have a great weekend, a great Easter if that's your thing, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.